But we missed y'all, and we got a really nice discussion ready for y'all this
We do.
evening.
But first, I just want y'all to check out the new haircut.
Okay.
Had to cut it off. Last time you saw me, my hair probably looked like this, but it was like up in a bun or something. I just got rid of all that. I just said it was unnecessary.
I like it though, you know.
Yeah. Cause you need to, yeah, let's do something like this. We sorry, y'all. We got a new setup we're trying to do, and it just wasn't working out. But I'm glad we was able to go ahead and make it. That look nice. Leave that alone.
Okay, so
no problems.
As always, welcome to the newest episode of Love Logic, a platform for raw discussions about dating and relationships. We are your favorite couple, comedian Jason Jenkins and the beautiful
Ebony Pearl.
Ebony Pearl. Okay. She want to do her own intro.
My own name. And our topic today is
communication in relationships.
Yes.
Not just the basic communication in relationships. We're talking about everything, in-depth communication, not just, okay, you guys got to talk. We know that. But please let us remind you first, before we get started, please let us remind you that we are not experts on any subject.
Just a couple.
We are just a couple giving advice from our perspective.
Own research, implement it ourselves. And then we just, we implemented everything. We researched it though.
We did.
We thinking about it.
Check out the apparel. You know, we got the comedian Jason Jenkins tees. You got the Petty Lives Matter tees. As you can see, they are available in the women's cut. I have put the website in the caption where you can order them. So please take part. You know, support the cause. Trying to support my kids with this child support.
From the t-shirts.
From the t-shirts, the money. Yeah.
Anyway, let's get started because, whatever you saying.
We ain't got no music kicking today. I don't even feel right. Doesn't feel right to me.
I feel fine. Until you just said something.
We ain't got no liquor though. How you feel about that? Anyway, please make sure you share this post. We want to get as many people involved as possible. We are really trying as hard as we can to get this platform to reach as many people as possible, and we do need your help to do that. So please share the video, share the page, Love Logic Community. If you don't follow it already, get your friends on board. And we got a lot of friends combined, and a lot of people actually don't follow the page. So please, please, please follow the page. Please share the video. Let's get started. What's up, Deke? Oh, we got a surprise.
Yeah, who win?
We opening up the phone line today, so we gonna be taking live calls. We have also posted the phone number in the caption. The phone number is 314-356-9204. I will say, if you don't feel comfortable with your voice being heard over the air, feel free to text what you got to say. Maybe we can read it. We will try to get to it, but we would love if you would call in. We will let you know when that phone line opens up, so please don't call just yet.
I'm gonna put it. I know y'all not on the Love Logic page, but I'm gonna put it in the comments on the Love Logic page when we open up the line, so y'all can call. Okay.
Right, and we will say it plenty times from now. So I want y'all to know I'm super tired, brother. Worked all night. I ain't really been asleep.
Tell the water hill.
But we gonna get it cracking. So, babe, why don't you tell them? Communication by definition, what is?
Oh, okay. Communication. So if you're just looking at a basic definition, it's the transfer of information from one place to another. If you look at it in the aspect of communication in a communication in a relationship, then it's what allows you to explain to your partner what you're experiencing and what you need out of the relationship, right? Okay. So that's by definition what communication is. Now you can do this well or you can do this bad. So we want to get our communication flowing, and we want to learn about some good communication. So we did quite a bit of research. I did the research, but
oh God! But it's cool. I work 2 jobs. Don't have a day off. I work.
Whatever. I don't want to
work 7 days a week, but it's cool.
Okay.
So One thing that I would like to discuss about communication. One thing that would help in communication is like, we know tone matters, but we choosing your words, like choosing how you word something. Like say your mate did something, like if she left her shoes on the floor, like if I say, why you gotta leave your shoes on the floor? She like automatically it's like, you're gonna get defensive, and that right there, that might start an argument right there. What's up, Aunt? You know what I'm saying? So if you could just say like, babe, your shoes on the floor, like saying, just find a different way to say
things really matter.
Choosing your words matters.
How you say them.
Your tone, your facial expressions. So all of that, when you may be like, why you gotta say it like that? And you might feel like all you said was ... but your facial expression and your tone contributed to how they may have taken what you said. So you gotta really watch the words that you choose. Calculate it, especially when it comes to talking to your woman, because they will take stuff.
They don't have to be not calculated. You just have to learn how and what to say.
We're gonna get an argument on camera today. We're gonna fight on camera today. This is for the people. We're gonna show y'all this is real and from the heart.
Anyway, so I ain't finna play with you today.
Why?
Because you play somewhere. So this is our notes. We actually do take notes. When we take pages and pages of notes. Like, we really prepare for this for y'all.
Or she does it. Hi, mama.
Oh, and you read them. No, you take notes sometimes. So what I learned is that communication, you really do have to be deliberate with it and actually set aside time to get out what you need to get out with your partner. But you have to do it a certain way.
You mean like set a meeting?
Yeah.
Like you mean like a weekly or daily meeting where it's like a get the shit off your chest meeting?
I don't think you have to be like that.
I was gonna say nigga.
That's what you want?
No,
no, you don't.
No, I would rather speak in the moment. Like I don't
that
want nothing to fester. It's not, but not like say our meetings is Monday at 3:30, and this should happen Monday night at 9 o'clock. I got to wait. Wait till Monday. I'm telling you.
No, I think what you can. Oh my God, you're taking it too literal.
No,
you can say, can we please have a meeting so we can talk? We need some things. They don't have to be like every Monday.
I'm just doing that for you to break it down to the people. Don't talk to me like I'm stupid.
Don't patronize them, okay?
I'm not patronizing them, but we can't just assume everybody knows the meeting that you're talking about. So you saying, yeah, I think that's good too, because people, like, if y'all, I don't know, we really need y'all to follow the page. But we put on the page or in the event, do you think silent treatment is an effective way of communication? Now, silent treatment for me at times is effective because I know sometimes if I speak like right then and there, it's not going to come out right. So I have to be quiet, or another argument is going to transpire.
In the moment when it appears not,
but that can be its most lethal form as well.
It's not necessarily its purest form. It's just when you might be the most upset about it, and you shouldn't really speak like that when you're upset. You need time to think sometimes. Because I know I am bad for when I'm mad. I say horrible things to people.
It's amazing we're still together.
Not just you.
It's amazing.
Not just you. Just people will get the worst out of me.
But in a moment like Wayne, that's not like she said, that's not always a good idea, because pure doesn't always mean effective.
Yeah.
They may really need to hear it, like you said it, but
that's Stina's. Yeah, because you could be saying, how am I gonna say this to this person? If you already set aside a meeting to do this, then you're gonna plan for that. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna be thinking about the best way to say it to the person, and you can get out some of your, for lack of a better word, grievances, I guess, if you want to say it like that about the person.
How long is the moment supposed to last? Can the silent treatment go on for? It can. I'm like terrible with the silent treatment, like that. It can, but I think if it goes on for longer than a day, then It's no longer the silent treatment. That's like bleeding over into just pure stubbornness right there.
Well,
Like,
no, that's what the silent treatment is. Silent treatment
not
is
necessarily.
a, it's not.
No,
Silent
that's
treatment
not
to me
being.
is like just being petty. I'm not gonna talk to you because you don't agree with me. You ain't giving me what you want, or I'm mad at you.
That's not
That's
the
what I
only
thought.
instances that can happen. That can be like, you know what, I'm not feeling respected or appreciated, so I don't have nothing else to say to you.
Oh, okay.
So it can be you like to deliver them raw and uncut, okay, and then that's gonna cut the hell out your damn relationship. You gotta think about what you want to say, and if you speak in the moment, that's not always thinking about what you want to say. You have to be careful. You have to. Um, this is like the strongest aspect. This is like what holds your relationship together is the communication. So it has to be right. If your communication is all over the place, then your relationship will be too, because the other person cannot. You can. It's unfair for you to just assume that your mate knows what the hell you talking about or
Right.
thinking or what you thought about something.
Or how you feel if you don't tell them, right?
Okay, Anthony, you say you don't have good timing. That's why a meeting is a good idea. That would be a good idea for people like you. Like, okay, I got to get this off my chest. But this is what I will say in this meeting. You know what's the most important part of communication? Listening.
Mm-hmm.
You have to listen to the concern. And by listening, that means you can't just talk through what they're saying, or the response to what they're saying shouldn't be like, oh, so you saying that it shouldn't be like that. You from right there, you just being defensive and not really listening to what they're saying. Listen to
Right.
the whole concern.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, like I think a lot of people, and I wrote, if you follow me on Facebook, a post of the day.
Good, good,
What?
good comments, Stin. I'm gonna talk on that as soon as you get done. Go ahead.
That people think that their mate is their opponent in the relationship, and that's not the case. Y'all are a team in the relationship. So I think when you are fighting or arguing or at odds with your mate, you need to think about that. Okay, we're not opposing each other. We're opposing the problem that we have. And if you think about it like that, when you listen to them and when you speak to them, you will speak to them in a way to solve the problem as opposed to winning, the argument. And you're listening, I think you will communicate better with them. It's like, so for the, I'm sorry, go ahead and address.
Wait, so Stina, you made a good point. Sometimes if you wait a minute and you might, bring the situation to somebody else and get a different opinion, help you calm down, and then it might help you see another perspective. Because sometimes when we are having a debate or a disagreement with our mate, we have tunnel vision, and we just hearing our perspective and how we feel about it, and we're not even listening to and or understanding how they take it or how they feel about it. We like stuck on what we're saying. Sometimes we think that's when you really are making a statement or a comment, and that's why we say delivery and tone is very important.
I just watched, I mean,
You have to watch what you're saying. um Another important thing is like when you have these meetings, you have to avoid making like you statements. Like, say if me and her talking, I'm like, you need to work on how you talk to people.
Yeah.
She's not going to be receptive to that. But if I say we need to work on our communication and how we say stuff to each other.
Or right here say, or yeah, use I statements. I feel, I want, I need instead of you statements.
Yeah, like
I feel like
do this.
when you say this, it makes me feel like, you know what I'm saying? So that person knows what they're doing instead of you saying that person is doing something to you. You saying something that person does makes you feel a certain way, and it comes to them. They receive it differently as opposed to you saying you attacked me. No, what you did made me feel this way. It sounds different, and it doesn't make you feel as defensive, right?
Right. So wording is important. Just like the other day we saw an article, a man saved some people from a car, something like that. Anyway, the man happened to be an ex-con. Now,
Oh yeah. Okay,
the
yeah.
title to the article said, "Ex-con saves man's life." We could have just simply said,
Risk his life.
"Man risks his life to save people."
Right.
Why do we have to know his past? Why do we have to know that he was an ex-con? Now some people might be like, "Well, that's the least he can do to get back to society." Like, what? I mean, wording is important.
Mm-hmm.
So watch how you word things. What's up, Alex? What's up, Keisha?
Okay.
You have to be clear for yourself about what you want to say. I think you said that already. Like, really be clear about what you say, so it doesn't leave a gray area. So it doesn't leave an area for them to assume, like, did they mean this? Or like, really be clear. Like, be clear.
Yeah, I think that's where these meetings give you time to think about what you want to say, so you can be clear with your partner. You know what I'm saying? And what are you trying to convey to them? And let them know what you think, what you think the problem is.
And then you have to accept responsibility for your own feelings. Like, just because you took something a certain, like, sometimes your partner may not have said something wrong. So just as we said, listening is just as important. So how you receive what is said is important. If you take everything as just an attack on your character and not your partner reaching out or suggesting, like, okay, then nothing's gonna happen. So it's like, if you say, like, when you do this, you make me feel like this, or I feel like this when you do this. That's like accepting responsibility for how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you say, I feel like this, that gives your partner a chance to clarify what they said.
Well,
like, I didn't mean to, that's not how I meant it to be received.
Right. And all the time, it's not that your partner has to change the way they say things. Sometimes you might have to change the way maybe you're sensitive about certain things. Nothing wrong with being sensitive. Maybe you sensitive about something, and that's a trigger for you. But that ain't always that person's fault. And like you said, you have to take responsibility for your own feelings towards things. It's not always that person's. They don't have to change what they're doing. If you just because you're sensitive about certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. As we said, please follow the Love Logic community page. Please share this video. Like we said, we're trying to reach as many people as possible. We really need your help doing that. We appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. Some people are also tuned in on the Love Logic community page. Please feel free to engage with us. You can send text right now. The phone number is 314-356-9204. Again, it's 314-356-9204. You can send text right now with any suggestions, questions, comments. Later on in the show, we will be opening it for live phone calls. So we're talking about listening. It's important to listen with empathy. Some ways to listen, better listening, would be like facing your partner, giving them eye contact, not being all in your phone while they're trying to talk to you.
Right.
Not like taking a moment away from the TV, like giving them your undivided attention.
Right.
Stay on the same level. If your partner is reaching out to you to have a discussion about something, there's no need for it to go further. Like, you don't have to. It doesn't have to escalate. So, like, stay on the same level. Is that what you mean by stay on the same level?
No. That was good though.
Wow! Punched him in the chest. Jenkins goes down. Now I'm embarrassed.
But I'm sure that's good though. That's a good tip.
No, I'm depressed.
I didn't know, Jack.
So
staying on the same level basically just what it means physically, staying on the same level. Don't stand while I'm sitting.
Oh,
don't sit while I'm sitting.
Because
if I
that's
feel
an
like
aggressive action.
It could be aggressive, or if you're standing up and you like, really need to talk. Like, we both standing up and you like, I really need to talk, and then you sit off. You like, that I could take that as like you not being concerned or being dismissive. So yeah, it's just important to kind of physically match the energy or whatever. And but that was a good try. That was good. I was like, what are you talking about? It's good.
She killed all my dreams with that one.
That's all right. It was good though, because I was like, he did his own research. You didn't.
Assumption. Look, there we go, Mario. Active listening.
Yeah.
Don't interrupt
Yeah.
while your partner is talking. Like, let them finish. Let them finish what they're talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it might. Wow.
He do, don't he?
So everybody say.
I didn't see it at first, but he do.
Wow.
He like Cedric. Yep. He does.
That's crazy.
Yep.
So listening includes like not interrupting your partner. Like, listen to the whole point that they are trying to make, because you may not understand in the beginning what they're trying to say, but by the time they reach the end, if you don't interrupt, you may get what it is. Hey. You're doing a little too much, and I feel like you're showing out for company. Don't.
I just want you to finish this what you said.
If you allow them to finish, but she doing that, and we are both bad at that.
No, I'm letting you finish.
See, we said. I told you we're gonna fight on camera today. No, but just let them finish, and you may have a better understanding of what's trying to be conveyed to you if you allow
if you just let them finish what they're saying, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, and then another thing that I think is important to say, it's okay if you feel yourself getting a little overwhelmed, take a time out.
You're right.
It is. Let me get away.
So, in taking the time out, though, do you got to actually say, hey, time out. Can I call someone?
I don't think anything's wrong with that. I don't think that's an unfair expectation.
So what if somebody just walks away?
I think that's rude. And what it says here is be polite. One of the points.
Oh, be polite. Wait. I find it funny how.
Also, it says focus on the present, not the.
I don't see that nowhere in. So yeah, that's right. But have a genuine interest in what your partner is trying to say to you, and don't be dismissive as
Don't talk over people. Don't interrupt. There you go.
Right. So don't be dismissive when your partner's trying to bring something to your attention. I think that's something that we really, just because we don't agree does not mean we have to just dismiss what they're saying. They're bringing it to you for a reason. So even though an action that you have that you have done or something you have said may not have been meant to come across a certain way,
just because something you do may not be meant to come across a certain way, you finish the thought.
Okay.
We got our first comment on text message, and it says, Ebony, you look really pretty. Good conversation, y'all. And that is from Pamela Jenkins.
I hope it's like, yeah.
And it's a cat. down. And it's cute. I wish I could show it to y'all, but I wish I see the crack in my phone.
Although we appreciate the compliments, we really would like the comments to stay on topic. Hey, Mama.
I don't mind compliments.
Anyway, so like she said, in having a discussion, in communicating, be polite and appreciative, be positive. Now, on here she has, I appreciate ellipses. I admire. You are important. Now, in the heat of the moment.
Well, this is not for the heat of the moment. This is for the meeting, sir.
Oh, so in a meeting, you saying you want to butter the person
when
up
you
first.
Are actually thinking about? No, I don't think it's buttering up.
That's what that sounds like. Look, I appreciate. Okay, that sounds all right. I appreciate what you're trying to do, but okay.
Or you can say, I admire how you do.
Okay. See,
or you are.
See how I'm talking over her, and we talking about communication.
I'm so glad I got this on camera, y'all. I'm gonna play this as soon as we get off her. I'll be like, look at this. Bye.
Okay. Another
shame.
She didn't want it to be read aloud. One thing, another.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. It could have been a regular text message to my phone. Didn't I? Apologize. Great.
She wanted you to see it right now, obviously. Well, let me look at. Anyway, body language, very, very important. If I'm sitting there like this while she talking, it clearly looks like I'm not listening. Like, so body language is very important. It reflects your words. Like you might be saying something and you saying that you're saying it in a nice way, but your face is like you got the attack face. So that don't help.
Why are you looking like that?
What you mean? I think I was still in character. I think
okay.
Let me. And then there's another good point right here that you can have that this one here.
Oh, that you don't have to be right. Mm-hmm. So you should weigh. You don't always have to be right. Sometimes you just, bow down if you're wrong. It's okay to be wrong, or just agree to disagree. Weigh the importance of the issue. If you can't let the issue go, like if it's that important to you, then don't let it go. But if it's just like not gonna matter for real, let it go.
We are talking about communication in relationships. That is the topic. Yeah, you can. Your perspective is not the only perspective. Mm-hmm. You have to understand that. What you think of a situation is not the only important thing. You are not in this relationship by yourself. Mm-hmm. So you are two different personalities.
Two different personalities that have been two different things. Your lives have shaped you the way they have shaped you, and you are the way you are for a reason. So you guys are going to see things differently. You cannot expect your partner always to see things the same way that you do. It's just not going to happen. And unless it's just like a make it or break it situation, then let it go.
Right. So many times we often let situations or disagreements fester, and like you just be mad because your mate didn't agree with you. It might not even be that big a deal. Them sweet potatoes wasn't sweet enough. Yes, they was. Y'all mad for 8 days and 7 nights over some sweet potatoes.
But what is a reason to not let go? Like, what's a big enough reason to say, no, I can't let this go?
Okay, so I'm going to turn that question on y'all.
Oh, let's open it up.
I'm going to turn that question on y'all. Right now, we're going to open up the phone lines because we really want to know what you think. What is a big enough reason to be mad? Like, if y'all really didn't come to terms, like y'all really didn't agree on it, what is a big enough reason for you to be mad for what you're saying for an extended period of time? So again, the phone number is 314-356-9204. Come on, y'all, interact, engage. Everybody has opinions. Don't be afraid. What do you think is a big enough reason to be mad over there? Is life or death? Like, elaborate on that. Like you saying, you telling him, you need to get these carbon monoxide detectors changed, and he's saying, no, I'm gonna wait till next month to get them changed. Is that what you're talking about, life and death? Or like, please elaborate. In the meantime, we're gonna speak on some ways to improve communication.
No, I want to know to you what's a big enough
reason to be like mad for days?
We be fighting for like like I don't like the way you said it to me. Like, and we'd be mad for 2 days.
Okay.
But that's not a big enough reason to be mad for 2 days.
Sometimes it's deeper than that. If one or the other is disrespectful, disrespect, that's a broad spectrum. What do you regard as disrespect? So that's like
actual disrespect to the way you talk to me, the way you treat me type disrespect.
Being fronted off in front of an outsider, that is yes, because no matter what's going on with you and your mate, you should never let an outsider. It don't matter if it's your parent.
Right.
That stuff should stay between.
Exactly.
They should.
And not just like you said something that was private to me. Just talking to a motherfucker. I'm sorry, it came out. Talking to somebody crazy, to your mate crazy in front of other people, like just talking to them bad, or just acting a certain way towards them, that make them feel, disrespected.
I think without trying to start anything on camera, I think an issue for me, because like I said, I've used silent treatment and it may last longer than a day. An issue for me is if I'm expressing a concern and it's not being received, like I don't think it's being received like I think it should be received. So, or it's just not being taken seriously or like kind of dismissed. Or if I feel like it's dismissed, that's an issue for me. Not to say that that's right. It's never right to let silence really fester for a long period of time.
We do though. We the silent
like
champ.
So, and then whenever it's over, it just be over.
It just be over.
Yeah, like, baby, you want something to eat? That'd be like the first thing you say. Then you say, oh, I guess we cool now. So,
I don't know if that's
like
good or bad.
we really go through this stuff that we be asking, that we talk to y'all about. This is not something like, some people make videos like they're trying to sit on their high horse and just talk down at others. No, this is like something where we can discuss openly because it's something we've experienced as a couple, or maybe something we feel like we can just help other couples.
I mean, it's good to hear. This is what I always wanted to have. I always wanted to have a group of married friends that we was all of us real cool, and we could discuss. So I could say, like, I could tell Judy, I could tell Jennifer or whatever my problem with my husband, and then my other
I kept hearing that noise.
I'm sorry, y'all. My other I can tell.
But every time I looked up, the light wasn't on.
And he know.
I couldn't handle silent treatment. I'd be like a little kid throwing stuff animals or dancing.
Baby, we the best at silent treatment. We
like when you be with somebody long enough like that,
you ain't even got to talk to them. You like, because half the time, this is the thing. Half the time, we don't have to talk. We could be in the room together and not be mad at each other and not talk, and that's fine. So it's easy to be mad at each other and not talk. Like, but yeah, what was I saying before the oven was on?
He said, if you mad at Jay, do you still fix his plate?
Yeah.
Sometimes she'll just come upstairs with something to eat. And I'm like this. Nah, for the most.
Sometimes I do that anyway.
Yeah, with myself, if I'm communicating my feelings to my partner about the situation, that's going with this, and I don't get feedback. I'm going to be mad. She don't care about my feelings. That's what I'm saying, Miss Smith. If I feel like what I'm presenting is not being received seriously, I feel like, well, you don't take me seriously. I don't got nothing to say to you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that can be an issue.
Yeah.
So, okay, while we're talking about this.
Okay, tell Jennifer. If I tell Jennifer something some issues I'm having with my husband, this is how close I wanted our little friendship to be. This is what I always wanted. If I tell Jennifer something about, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Anyway, if I tell Jennifer something, she can tell her husband can come and check Jason. That's how close I wanted this friendship to be. So since we ain't really got
the wording, how you just worded that was terrible. Her husband can come and check Jason. No, it should be worded. Y'all see how y'all had to hear me come off camera? I had to come off camera.
Why you just
come from off the camera and get it together?
That's how close I wanted our friendship to be. That's how cool we all was. And I think that when you have those type of friendships, it helps you grow. It helps you understand that your problem, you're not alone in your problems. You know what I'm saying? That other people are having these problems and you can work through them. Because somebody might have gone through something that you are going through now. You might have went through something that somebody's going through now, and you can offer that help, and vice versa. But that's what this is. That's what I'm trying to make this right now. That's what Love Logic's supposed to be.
Testimony.
You heard that? Your mama heard that.
Because she thought it was her. Yeah, that's just like sharing a testimony. Like, hey, I'm going through this with my mate. And you have like people around you. It's important to have people with like interests around you. Again? No. Back on. Okay. Now back on what she said.
Anyway.
Wait.
I'm telling the phone lines is open while you.
So okay. Again. So wait. So we didn't really think this all the way through. Most people watch Facebook Live videos
From
on
their
their
phone.
phone. So it's gonna be hard for some of y'all to make the phone calls in. But if
Y'all can text.
but if you can text, if you can, like steal your kid phone for a minute, or you might be by a payphone, you might be at work. Just, if you can, feel free to call in 314-356-9204.
But y'all can definitely text this number at any time because it's just for Love
It's
Logic.
just for Love
It's not
Logic.
gonna bother me. Text it at any time.
If my wife or if
issues.
she here get some text messages talking about, can I take you to breakfast? This is Love Logic phone number.
Yeah.
Please be professional. Back what she said, I like to think about like married couple therapy, like married couples all, a session for married couples, like married couples AA. It's not that, she'll talk to Jennifer and Jennifer will talk to her husband about the situation for her husband to come and check Jason, but her husband can come and give me
advice,
a male perspective. I think we are gonna have our first caller. Please, I hope. Okay, maybe y'all won't be able to hear it, but hello, caller. How are you this evening? Hello, caller. How are you this evening?
I'm good. How are you?
I am fine. We appreciate you calling in. Do you have a question or a comment in regards to the situation at hand?
I'm really just trying to get you some phone calls. Well, I don't know what questions to ask you, but I want to tell you that you're doing an excellent job.
Well, we appreciate you over here at Love Logic.
Do you not know this is your mother?
Yes, I do know who it is. I do know who it is. That's crazy when you're trying to do something and your mama call you at work. Talking about, hey, this is your mama. I'm just trying to get your phone call game up. If you can't hear the phone call, that's what it is. This is real life. Mother's love is like no other. Do you hear me? We appreciate you for telling us that we're doing a good job. Please spread the word. We would like everybody to know that we take this very seriously. She laughed. She laughed. So am I rude if I just hang up on her? Tell me, as a people, tell me if I hang up on my mama right now, tell me, am I wrong?
I think she hung up on us.
Oh, she didn't give me the chance. She ain't gonna let nobody show her up. But no, we do appreciate to be let known that we're doing a good job. We appreciate you all letting us know that this is a good topic. But yes, Jason, that would be beneficial to Jason hearing another man's perspective about a concern, because me, I might be, like I said, have tunnel vision. Like, no, I don't understand why she would take it like that. That's not how I meant it. But if a male can come and share their same, like share an opinion with you, you might be able to bend a little bit, so that's very important. That's very we love you too, Mom.
Love you.
That's very important to have a little bendability, be a little flexible. Don't be so stuck on what you are, what you learned, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes what you taught is not always right. So be open to other opinions and other ways of expression. If I worded that correctly.
Ways of expression.
But we appreciate all of y'all comments on that of telling us some good ways to some reasons that you may be using the silent treatment. It might go on for days, but we want to encourage you to communicate effectively. Silent treatment is never a good way to communicate. Not an experienced what word is that? An extended period of silent treatment. I understand being silent in the moment because you might not have your delivery all together, but I believe that at some point before you go to bed that night, that topic should be discussed, if possible. We're not good at this either, so if possible, you guys need to sit down and discuss it, because your relationship is very important. And like I said before, if your partner is bringing that concern to you, they obviously bother them or they feel a certain way about it. So take it seriously.
You know what the silent treatment when you're doing it in a way to like get back at your spouse is? You know what it is? It's pride. It's too much pride. And pride will kill your relationship because you cannot be prideful your whole way through a relationship.
I agree.
Ugh.
I agree. What's some effective ways to improve communication, Ms. Pearl?
I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry.
She says she
Because I'm trying to
don't
think,
know.
trying to like, what else some
Job rule
ways?
number one. Oh, wait. So we were saying that sometimes it's cool to go and talk to someone else about a situation you and your mate may be having. But how do you feel? Because some people will take that and do it times 10. Like, how do you feel if somebody takes it to like social media to express a concern or an issue they may be having in their relationship? Because sometimes it can be misconstrued.
No. Don't take my stuff to social media and ask no questions about our mate, our relationship. Because social media is not good at that.
It's not.
No.
You get a lot of biased people on social media.
Yeah, you get people that just say anything. Like they don't. But you go talk to your friend, that's different.
So it's important to keep inside issues from outside your relationship. Um, I don't even tell my mama when there's something going on with me and my wife. Like it's none of her business. Any issue we having, and sometimes that hurts me that I don't really talk to anybody about the issues because
I be telling them, like, you need to talk to a man about what the hell going on right now.
I just be feeling like it ain't nobody else's business. So,
but I'm trying to tell him, like, that's your friend though. Like,
I understand, but your friends can be biased. They can give you biased, and maybe not purposely, but they can give you biased opinions as well.
Yeah, but and
it's not always helpful.
Biased towards you or towards,
No, your friend. Like if I went and talked to
you?
my best friend about something we going through,
Mm-hmm.
my best friend is like me. Like he might take it the same way I did, and it might not necessarily be helpful.
He might be like, you know what? I went through that with my whoever, with my mate, and give you some good advice that he didn't went through. You're a grown person, so you know how to take everything with a grain of salt. So you can look back, like if you want to be petty, you could be like, yeah, I'm gonna believe this biased stuff he's saying. But if you really want to improve your relationship, you're gonna be like, he was just thinking about me. Like I know if I tell my friend something and she just go off, I'll be like, oh no, that wasn't she mad about something. so you know what I'm saying?
I think it's very important. Like me and her disagree on this subject all the time. I don't like bringing other people into the business. And then I hate it because, when women tell a story, it's like they present it a different because they mad already. So it's just being presented in a different way. I don't really know how to explain it. So I really don't.
But I think they're gonna be in your business.
I just think that sometimes people don't always give the best advice if they're not.
Then don't take it.
Sometimes some people aren't mature enough not to take it. Some people are tunnel vision. Like if you take the issue to your friend and they agree, and it's an issue that you really believe in, nothing helps.
Nothing. Okay.
See,
what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about talking to y'all like best friends about issues in your relationship? Like, not assuming that your best friend is not a lunatic or crazy.
Wait, before you finish that,
person.
I was going to say, when I said that she and I disagree on this all the time. What's up, Jay? I think it's very important that you talk to the right person about the subject. Everybody knows which friend you can't talk to about important stuff. When you know you need some real advice, you talk to the friend that you know is gonna be real.
Right.
If they're a friend in the first place, they're supposed to give you some real advice.
That's gonna help you,
not some bull. Even if they don't like who you with, they should give you some real advice as a real friend. So
you heard it.
Yeah, I
I think
did.
the cat outside. Oh well. She was
Somebody
scratching on
kind
my rug.
of broke in our backyard a little bit, so people, man, I don't know what they was trying to do.
Probably trying to steal the air conditioning unit.
Yeah, so yeah, that's true. Seek good counsel. And with that being said, and Mama, don't be offended. I'm not always looking to go. There's a lot of comments that we missed.
Oh.
Please, well, never mind. I'm not always looking to hear scriptures or no read the Bible here. Watch this video. Go listen to TD Jakes. Come to church. I'm not always. I don't want to hear that advice.
What you want to hear?
If I'm having some relationship issues, I don't want to hear that advice. And I'm not. No offense to anybody who really like depends on the scriptures and stuff for that advice. I'm not. It's just not. I want to hear some real advice. I ain't saying somebody got to be cussing talking to me. I'm saying like talk to me about the
What
marriage.
yeah.
Talk to me about what I'm
supposed
going
to
through.
do. Yeah.
Talk to me about what I'm supposed to do. Don't tell me to seek this scripture and you'll find your answers. No, 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 no. That's not for me. Now, if that works for you, that's fine. But I'd be
Then
looking
you gotta think
for.
about it. If once a person has like if they probably most people didn't probably already prayed about it. That's why they coming to somebody. I'm
Bring no
desperate.
pen.
Right,
You know, hey man, you really have to choose your struggles, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, ain't no relationship is gonna be perfect. Yeah, I know you. I know you would have some scriptures. My mom hates for me to say that, but I have my reasons. Um, another like you gotta build companionship. It builds intimacy in your relationship. Like me and her, although we may argue more than we would like to sometimes. Different methods reach different crowds. Good. Of course, we're grown. Listen to me and then respond to what I'm saying. Right. Um, it's important to be companions. I'm so glad that I met her because she was funny. She's beautiful, as you can see. We both childish and like it makes for good companionship.
Right.
And
which
that
is why
builds,
it's so hard to like stay mad for a long time.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd be like, I'm just not gonna talk to him for a week.
But it's hard
An
because
hour later, I'll be like, I wish you would shut up telling these jokes. Like, shut up.
I you know, I talk to her, you know, so sometimes I'm mad and my stubbornness is kicking. I'm like, I really want to talk to her or tell her something, and then I'm not. But this is my ace, man. This is my companion right here. Like we definitely best friends. Of course, we
That's
got
how you
things to
build
work
better
on.
communication. Our communication has gotten
Whatever, dude. Some scriptures are receptive. I understood.
yeah, they
the
just like
scripture,
they almost
but
not even seeing the
if I'm
scripture, but
seeking
them
help,
knowing, yeah.
I don't want to hear no scripture. I need the help.
He said
It ain't
he
gotta
apologized.
be. It ain't gotta be secular advice. Just talk to me. Like, don't preach to me. Talk to me.
Yeah.
But that builds intimacy in a relationship. If something childish or something funny happens, I gotta tell her because I know she finna laugh like I'm finna laugh. Like we both gonna be stupid about it. And if I'm mad about something or like got an issue with somebody, we got an issue with somebody. So it's like I couldn't.
That right there, you the enemy of my enemy.
Right, like
we ain't enemies no more.
man.
Are you what? You got a problem with he did what? Oh nothing. Let us be mad at each other and then somebody do something to him. I ain't mad at him no more.
Right. So it's important to be companions, be friends, and appreciate that friendship. It builds intimacy, and you're gonna love the intimacy. That's the beautiful thing.
And we're not talking about sexual.
Yeah, it gotta be sexual.
It's not always.
I like to just lay next to her. You know what I'm saying? And sit next to her.
It
Whatever.
make your conversations better. It make everything better when you have a level of intimacy in the relationship. Like it just makes everything better.
So a way that you can then build your companionship is like share your interests, like experiences, like women, sometimes people, I ain't gonna say women, sometimes people talk a lot. Your mate might talk a lot. But when they coming home and they ready to tell you about their day, you might be like, oh my God, I wish they would be quiet. But the bigger picture is that you should appreciate that you can obviously tell that they were waiting to talk to you.
I know you ain't talking like you don't tell me about your job. Listen, he get in the car after work and be like, no, you gotta stop, because I'm gonna stop listening to you.
No, but you
No,
go from
never.
the boat. We done been around the world of conversations in 17 minutes. Well, we done talked about. She said she don't care about Miss Alabama.
For that lady, the granddaughter watching the film.
Stevie, if you really love me, won't you?
Don't get in the car, so I'm gonna be there.
No, but show a genuine concern in your partner. You might not, you know how many times I want to tell her to shut up when she's talking to me about some hairstyles, or baby, look at how these toenails and woo woo woo, and vice versa. If I'm talking to her about playing 2K or basketball or something like that, it's still
we both can talk a lot about what we like. Like I said, I talk about my job, but you talk about your job too. Especially since you ain't got no person at your job that's like your good friend that you can talk to like you used to.
Anyway, another way to improve communication, like when you sit down and you're talking, or even when you're just reflecting on a disagreement that may have happened, what you can do is think about what caused the conflict in between you and your partner.
Because it may be a trigger that y'all need to avoid, or y'all need to recognize next time it happens. Like,
excuse me, I have to.
Yeah, he got to
yell at the child.
Go ahead.
Ethan, I need you to go upstairs. Thank you, kiddo, and I need you to be quiet. Might be on. But yeah, so you just sit and think about what actually caused a conflict. It may be a trigger.
Be the same thing every time.
Right. Or it might be something deeper that you might not.
You might be misunderstanding something.
And then this is also important. I know we've been talking about a lot about listening, but talking is just as important. Your partner cannot assume about what you are going through. Your partner can't assume what you're thinking about or how your day was that day. It's important for you to talk and divulge that information to them. You know what I'm saying? Or your partner might be feeling like real jokey and you in the mood and he don't know why or she don't know why, and you done just reacted a certain way, and now both of y'all mad.
How do you tell your partner to leave me alone? Can you ever?
Can you? I asked this question last night when I was on the stage. Can you tell your woman to shut up? You are talking too much. Shut up. Can you say that to your woman?
Should you say it like that? We already discussed it. How you supposed to say stuff to
how you
people.
Should say it. How should I say?
Shut
your ass up. What's the way to say?
You might be able to chuckle and say, shut your ass
up. But I mean,
you are talking so much right now. Smile while you say it.
What if I just looked at it and was like, woo, woo. See, that's nonverbal communication. Just woo.
I don't know what you're talking about right now, but you were saying a lot.
Tina said, tell them you need a minute. And sometimes I need about 900 minutes. Like, I need 90 minutes. Can you wait till my show goes off? Can you wait till the game goes off?
Something wrong with y'all though. Something wrong with me. Let me tell you why. I'm gonna communicate this with you. I got about 10 people to back me up and support. I got some moral support. Okay.
Share the video, y'all. Share the page.
I don't know why men.
I'm trying to prepare myself.
Think that you supposed to want to have sex with them after They have not been interested in anything you said to them all day. That is not a turn on.
Or how can you expect your man to rub on you and you to talk to him crazy? Nigga, I don't want to touch you. Matt, scoot over. We got a big ass king size bed. Scoot all the way over to that side.
No, that's not even the norm. That's not even how I be. Anyway, like I said, he tried to. You see what he did? He manipulated me. He flipped the conversation. The thing I just said was, why do men?
Okay, let me
think
actively
they supposed
listen.
to have sex. You supposed to want to have sex with them after they ignored everything you done said to them all day.
Because the sex is a common interest. That shit that you was just talking to me about, nigga, that ain't no common interest. This is the sex. We both interested in this. Okay, you going off task. You talk about some shit that I'm not interested in.
You know it don't work like that, right?
Let me change the tone to something that me and you and both is interested in. Open your legs. Hey, Cheryl.
That's why people be having women have so many headaches. We have to deal with y'all. Are you serious?
So that's what I'm saying. It's important. Like, even if you're not really interested in the topic, you can't be best friends just when you want to be. You have to be willing to be a best friend at all times.
You have to be best friends to that person, not just them a best friend to you.
Yeah. So you have to listen to what she's saying, even if you're not, or him, even if you're not interested. Now it's important.
Interested.
Now it's important, partners, to actually know what your partner isn't interested in. So you can't like drill them with you. Like I wouldn't just keep on talking to her about basketball. I know she can only take so much. You know what I'm saying?
But I actually you know, when you start talking about basketball, after a while I start to be like, okay, explain this to me. What does this mean? What's that? What does this do? What's this?
Yeah, but that's knowing when you feel like talking about it though. It's important to allow your wait.
You want to talk to me
no,
about
you don't. And just like I don't want to.
What did I say to you? What do I say to you when I don't want to?
You're not always interested. No, you don't have to say anything, but you can just tell. You know. See, now you just made me forget what I was going to say.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's why you shouldn't interrupt. I'm sorry. I think you interrupted me there.
No.
Sorry. Shut up all the time. She interrupted me.
Are you listening to each other? And are you delivering your messages? Is your message clear? Those are things that you always have to know. And then it's certain things that you should just not talk about. Like, do not live in the past. I don't know what you meant by that.
What?
What things do you avoid talking about and why? Like, do not live in the past. I'm sure if you've been with your partner for any amount of time, like a real amount of time, that you guys have been through something. And if you've talked through it.
These are actual questions.
Okay.
So what things do you avoid?
You interrupted me again.
Okay, go ahead.
I said, I don't know what you meant by this, but this is how I took it, and I'm starting to.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought, go ahead. I wasn't listening.
I don't remember now.
So what happened right there is that he asked a question, and I stopped listening and tried to answer the question in my head.
Not an active listener.
No, that was not active listening at all. You see how frustrated he just got when I did that?
Oh, what I was saying is, I'm sure that, couples have been through things in the past, but if you've talked through it and gotten through it, it's important to not throw it in their face. Like, just like back in the day you did, that's so counterproductive. That's not helping anything. And it probably doesn't even have anything to do with what you're talking about right now. So it's important, yes, you do have to show interest in your partner's interest. Otherwise, they're going to find somebody else to talk. And she going to mess around and have a work boyfriend named Charles. Shouts out to Best Kept. A work boyfriend named Charles that she going to be talking to about everything.
I don't have a work boyfriend named Charles, just in case y'all thought maybe you was talking about me.
No, she don't have a work boyfriend. I'm saying if you don't take an interest in what she's interested in and vice versa, your mate will find somebody else to talk to. So it's very important to talk about that stuff.
Can I explain what this means?
You sure can.
Okay, the way he was just explaining what he took from that. what things do you avoid talking about and why? So that's just to that was basically just to get you to thinking about what kind of things cause conflict in your relationship. So, like, usually you might avoid talking about something that may be important to you or maybe bothering you because it may cause conflict. You have to think about these certain things that cause conflict and figure out how to communicate that effectively because it's going to keep bothering you. You're going to have to communicate it. You're going to have to let the person know or it's going to fester. So think about those kind of things and why you avoid talking about it. Because what happens when I avoid talking about, or what happens when you do talk about, why do you avoid talking about that certain thing? Like, I don't talk about, um, I don't know, sailboats with Jason because he had a bad dream or something and he gets really upset.
Or Jason took a chick out on a sailboat and he was cheating on me. Like, it's just certain things that can trigger things. So, like, I'm not ever saying like you have to forget about the things that happen to you or happen in a relationship, but when you throw it in somebody's face, like the timing, like what you talking about that for? Like we talked about that and it was years ago, or maybe it happened at such and such time. Like, why are we talking about this now? Mm-hmm. And now that it's been brought up again, now you got to go through that whole stuff. Yeah. So it's just very counterproductive. It's not helping the relationship, and it's definitely not helping whatever y'all going through at that point in time. Mm-hmm. If you want to, if you're able, please call in 314-356-9204. Any questions or comments?
Or we can text.
We'll
keep it anonymous. Sorry, Mom.
And we can, read the question or comment. One question we do have: how would you like your communication to be better? And we talking about yours specifically, not your mates. Well, I'm talking about yours. She might be talking about yours in a relationship. I'm saying in your relationship, within yourself, what are some things that you can change? As she already said, I'm not always good at fully listening to the full concern. We both are bad at that. And like I said, that doesn't help because you'll hear one thing in their concern and you'll focus on that one thing instead of focusing on the whole thing that they're talking about.
That's what I just did. I just stopped listening to what he said at the first question he asked. I totally tuned him out and started thinking about that. And that's first. We weren't even in a conflict or trying to convey any information to each other just then. But that frustrated him. So imagine what it would do if.
Because I be forgetting what I was going to say. You talking because now I got to focus on what you said and how I'm going to respond to what you said. And then it's like now I'm off track from what I was just talking about.
I go to the same. I know. I understand. I'm forgetful too. Most of my stuff is not necessarily trying to be rude. It's just like being like kind of ADD. Like he said something. He asked a question. Let me focus on that. Like,
and she just tuned out the rest. Like she's bad at. My wife will ask me a question and then not even listen for or to the answer, and then I had a nerve to ask the question again.
We have a question, I believe. Okay, or a comment. Go ahead.
So we have a comment that came in. They like us to differentiate between listening and hearing. Listening to me is like
actually absorbing what the other part, the information that's coming from the other thing.
Right.
Hearing is just like I hear all kind of stuff all the time and I tune out. Like we gotta
you can just be hearing the sound.
What is that thing? Beep beep.
Oh, the fire
months.
The fire alarm.
Months.
No, it's the smoke detector. What the hell is wrong with me? I said a fire alarm. Nigga, we at home. I ain't got no goddamn fire alarm. Shit. The smoke detector.
Once you turn 40, I swear.
God, I don't know what's going on. This the lack of sleep. I'm telling you, I ain't really had no sleep. The smoke detector. Like even here, I've been to change the battery for months.
We don't hear it anymore, but we
tuned it out. Right.
We hear it out.
We ain't listening to it.
Like it just went off, but it don't bother us.
Y'all probably hear it like I wish they had changed that goddamn battery. Like my brother done already told me that.
Yeah.
So make sure you actively actively listen, actively hear the words coming in, and you actually absorb and actually have a response to what they said, not a I don't know.
And listen
Yeah.
with empathy so you can understand from their point of view.
Right.
Don't just listen with the goal to respond, you know.
Ready to defend, like
Right.
ready to. So that's important. With that being said, don't jump to conclusions. Like when they talking, don't jump to conclusion or guess the motive of what or of how they saying what they saying. Like, do not jump to conclusions.
Right.
Like, oh, so you saying that just because I did woo woo? No, I'm saying that because
Or the motive of what they like. I might say something and you might be like, well, why you say it like that? I'm like, I didn't say it like anything. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just you might be hearing it a certain way, or it might sound like they saying something a certain way.
Hi, Auntie.
To you, and that's not always the case.
It's also important to discuss the facts of the situation, not your assumptions. Don't judge. I need to be more. I'm sorry. I'll read that in a second. Discuss the facts. Don't judge based off of what you think. You know what I'm saying? Like the other day, for instance, my wife. We was going to pay the water bill. My wife, her phone battery was dead. Now, me, I'm more of a critical thinker. I'm not calling her dumb or anything like that. So instead of
You gonna make me lose my promotion in my job and shit like that.
girl, shut up. So she came all the way back home.
It's not that I'm not a critical thinker.
It's
the fact that I don't have a very good sense of direction. I'm not always aware of where things are, even if I see them a lot. Like, so I'm like, I need to go to like a Walgreens or something.
How many times she didn't cut me off during this discussion, y'all?
What's that?
Anyway, so the point I was making was she came all the way back home. So the issue was, no, I'm not gonna say that. She came all the way back home because she forgot some information instead of going to a place that's closer than home where she could have got the same information. And then so she had to come. She came back home and then had to go all the way back to go.
None of it's far though.
Yeah, none of it's far. I just was like,
it just was a little unnecessary.
So because I would have done things differently, I judged her in that moment.
Yeah, he does me wrong.
And I'm bad at that. And you know, so that was
But you gotta understand, so I'm out. I have a horrible sense of direction. I just have no direction at all.
So in my head, I'm like, your dumb ass came all the way back home.
And I'm like, I didn't know that was so in my mind, it's easier for me to come all the way back home rather than drive around and get lost. Because I know how to get home. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go home.
But see, it just baffles me because she's from here.
It's just a bad, I have no sense of direction.
Okay, I'm gonna go to this comment. Okay. I need to be more patient in my. This is in response to how would you like your communication to be better. I need to be more patient in my relationship, meaning I have no tolerance for tardiness. You wouldn't like me at all. Neither one of us. We always late to something. I get extremely frustrated when my husband is aware of the time we need to be somewhere and he gets home, showers, and then it's past time to where we should be. Yeah, I'm bad. We are bad at that.
That's a bad habit, though. Yeah, being late is bad. Like that's not any. I think
that's a sense of procrastination.
Yeah, I think it's okay to have a problem with that. I don't know. I don't think that's something that you should necessarily get used to. I think that being on time is something that a habit that a good habit that
especially when you're grown.
Yeah, you need to try to be on time. Yeah. We bad at it, and this. But we hate that we be late. We be like flustered when we late. Like we don't like it at all. Yeah. I think that's a good point. That's a good reason
thank you for sharing that one right there. Another important thing, 3 sides to a story, your side, their side, and the right side. Yes, and it's important to see the right side and not be stuck on your side. With that being said, understand. The purpose is to understand. Not defeat. Like it's not, the purpose is not to get her, should not be to get her on my side. It's just
or to win the argument.
To win the argument, but just
Right.
to understand where I'm coming from.
Mm-hmm.
So
come to an understanding and compromise. That's what I think. That's the only thing I did not really find in here is what should be the result of good communication.
what you mean by that?
Like at the end of your, say you have a disagreement with your mate, what should you expect at the end of this?
I think like a reflection. Like, okay, I do see your point of why boom, boom, boom. This is why how I took it or how I feel about it, but I will work on
This.
Boom, boom, boom.
And
because
I understand that you did, or I understand that you did.
I understand that it felt like this to you. That's what's ultimately important, is that you understand how your mate feels.
Right. And you know, there'll be a lot of people that be like, I'm not gonna change this person, but it's not really changing. It's a compromise. It's like if you care about that
relationships
person,
are all about compromise.
Right.
You lose a piece of yourself as soon as you get with that person. I mean, if you planning on staying with them, like you cut yourself, you know, part of you is gone.
Yeah, but don't look at it like a loss. Look at it as like a gain.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you
gaining another side of yourself. Like this is my better half right here. I do some ignorant shit.
You do. What minute is this in here?
I should punch you on your chest.
This is the 1 hour and 12-minute mark. So I can remember you said that. Documented. Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Kamek. So I said this already. Stay in the present. Focus on the future. Fuck the past. You hear me? Like, I mean, you ain't gotta forget the past, but you got through it. The past is what made you where you are today. And if you communicating correctly and focusing on the right things in your relationship, then your future is gonna be what you want it to be. Now, I'm not saying you can't do it by yourself. You guys have to do it together. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Then
don't be afraid to seek counsel.
Yep. I don't know.
I used to be against therapy because, you know, Black people have this issue. It's like when you go to therapy, you in my business. I'm showing you weakness. Yeah. And we have to look at it as this is a way of getting help. Mm-hmm. And another unbiased opinion on what you're going through. Yeah. I think that's very important. You may have a friend that you can talk to. Like, say if she and I were going through something, I went and talked to my best friend. Now, although she's very, 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 very cool with my best friend, who's a female, she might feel like my best friend is just saying this because she's my best friend. So it might stop her reception. So getting an outside, unbiased opinion is very important. Yeah. Doesn't necessarily have to be a professional opinion, but it should be an opinion.
If you get a professional opinion, they give you tools that you need. But you don't always have to pay for that. Go online. They give all kind of free courses on stuff like that. Get the help that you need. Seek research. Your marriage is important, or your relationship is important if it's important to you. You know what I'm saying?
Because it kills me when I see, like, friends of mine from high school. They were together. They got together when we were in high school. I've been out of high school since '96, and they got divorced a few years ago. So that's like 20 years, like just gone down the drain, and it like killed me. I'm just like, what? Like, it scared me. Like, y'all got 20 years and y'all still decided to give up. Like, it got to that point, and
they might not have had the tools.
Yeah, they might not have had the tools, or one side might not have been willing to bend. It could have been a combination of things, but it just was like, wow. Like, I'm not, like, we've been together almost, it'll be 10 years in 2020. No, 10 years next year that we've been together, 2019, that we've been together. I'm not trying to throw 10 years away. Yeah, because you know what that means? If I get back out in the dating pool, whether it's just talking to females, like not necessarily a couple wise, that means I got to learn somebody else's habits and all of this. No, I didn't have to put up with this for 10 years. This is what I'm gonna put up with for the rest of my life.
It don't seem really flattering. Don't seem like you really wanna. It just.
I done already said the good stuff already when we was talking about companions. I wouldn't want to be with nobody else. If this don't work, I don't ever want to be in a relationship again. Now I'm on record saying that.
That might bite your ass in the ass if you break up and then you be doing Love Logic with a whole new one.
They be like,
I'm commenting.
where is Ebony Pearl?
I'm commenting.
She all in the
Episode
comments.
6, bitch. Remember what
She
you
in the
said?
comment section.
1 minute 15 seconds. I didn't even know y'all was done.
Man, I didn't know y'all was gone. I don't know. Man. Excuse me, somebody just walked in my house. They almost died. But yeah, don't be afraid to seek help, seek counsel for what you're going through. Sometimes it's very important. Check your pride, kick that stubbornness to the side. Communication is very, 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 very necessary.
Yeah, so I read this. I mean, I ain't read this article that says something about it's one of the most important things in the relationship, right along with trust.
Oh yeah.
It's funny how when you research or look at some of the most important things in a relationship, love don't be at the top.
No, because sometimes you love for the wrong reasons. Sometimes love blinds you from seeing the other thing.
It just tells me that it's not the most important aspect.
I mean, you better love that motherfucker if you with him.
I guess eventually.
Man, shit, that's very important to
maybe
me.
You're 11.
If I don't love you, I'll punch you in the She told maybe you're 11. If I don't love you, then I ain't trying to communicate with you. Boom.
Maybe they grow.
What's up, Chautauqua girl? You just not jumping on here? I am astonished. Maybe they can't see you on this camera.
I'm sorry. I laid down.
Hey, you a little tardy, but we gonna give you a pass this evening.
Hey.
So does anybody? So our phone ain't ringing. It ain't no text messages popping through. 314-356-9204. Any questions or comments? If you have any after this video is over, that's fine as well. As always, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Again, for apparel, the website is in the comments. I mean, it's in the caption. I'm also gonna put it in the comments here. FunnyGuyJJenkins.decoapparel.com. I do have the women's tees, the beautiful women cut base. Stand up a little, Taste. No, you don't let them see the yams. You know.
Shut up.
Boom. Women's tee. This is the hashtag Petty Lives Matter tee. And then boom, we have the cartoon meat right here.
Go on, get in this one.
Cartoon. Shouts out to my boy Jeremy Wilson for the art. Also my boy Drew Raskis for the word art there. Jeremy drew the picture. Drew added the words on it at Baked Tees. Shouts out to Baked Tees. You at work on break. Okay. Thank you, Aunt Elizabeth. So I'm gonna put the website in the comments here. We would love for you to continue to tune in. Please share the page. Love Logic Community. Please follow the page. I have almost 5,000 friends. She has almost 5,000 friends, and I'm talking about out of those 10,000, there's got to be at least 2,000 that we interact with. You know what I'm saying? Between the two of us, and we only got like 500 something likes, maybe 100 something likes.
You went to 500, 100 something?
Some, I don't know.
It's like 180. It's not 200
and
yet.
that's So a lot of y'all like listening to the video. We are actually trying, I keep saying this, we're trying to get out there, trying to get it,
maybe somebody might pick us up.
Yeah, reaching out to everybody. And with that being said, if you know of anybody that's looking to sponsor, please feel free to email us at lovelogiccommunity@gmail.com. Or again, the phone number is 314-356-9204. Please follow us both on the interwebs, on the social media. On Instagram, I am at comedian Jason Jenkins, all one word, and she is at Ebony Pearl, Ebony_Pearl.
There you go.
On Facebook is Jenkins Comedian Jason, or my artist page is Comedian Jason Jenkins. And this is at Ebony Pearl. And please follow at Love Logic. Also, we will be opening our cleaning business pretty soon. PJ's Cleaning Service, Pearls and Jason's Cleaning Service. Don't sleep on us though. We will be opening that soon.
Yeah, so you'll see about that. Like, if you've ever used the business, you know that we do good work.
So we're looking to do residential cleaning right now. We're trying to get the commercial license as we speak. So please follow us in our endeavors. Please follow my apparel page at Mr. Funny Guy Apparel, or on Instagram it's at Funny Guy Apparel, all one word. As always, we appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you for all your opinions, your questions, and your feedback. Do not forget to email us any questions, potential topics, and relationship issues that you may want discussed at lovelodgecommunity@gmail.com. If you would like to remain anonymous, please let us know and we will do that for you.
Keep you anonymous.
Yes, please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're trying to get that up and cracking. We will be uploading the videos. If you like us to stay live, we want to know y'all opinion. If you like us to do it live, let us know. If you would like us to do it, if you think that we can do it on a YouTube platform without y'all interacting like as we speak, let us know.
Or we can keep doing both.
Or we can do both. So thank you for tuning in to Love Logic. What's your love logic? We're gonna see you next time. Hey, we try to do this every Sunday, or at least every other Sunday. Sunday is the day, though.
Sunday is gonna be the day.
That's the only day that I can do.
We can't really promise y'all how often, because
no. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We do need your opinions, your questions, your comments, so we can. I don't know why that cat's scratching on that rug over there. Yes, please send in your questions, comments, concerns at lovelodgecommunity@gmail.com. Again, the phone number is 314-356-9204. Until next time, we love you. We appreciate you. We'll see you later. Don't forget to check out the website.